All right, let's call this meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone for coming and let's have roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
Here.
Charles Cooper.
Here.
Becky Duncan.
Here.
Vanessa Matthews.
Here.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
Here.
All are present.
Okay, let's read the minutes, please.
Regular meeting for February 2018. Be it remembered that the Board of Mayor and Aldermen met in regular monthly session Monday, February the 12th, 2018 at 6 p.m. at City Hall in Jamestown, when the following proceedings were had and entered of record to wit. Present presiding, the Honorable Darlene Mundy Davis, Mayor, Gail Dishman, Recorder, and on a roll call by the City Recorder, the following members of the Board were present: Lyndon Baines, Becky Duncan, Charles Cooper, Vanessa Matthews, and Elizabeth Pendergrass. Mayor Davis called the meeting to order and welcomed everyone for attending. The minutes from the previous meeting was read, and on a motion by Lyndon Baines, seconded by Vanessa Matthews, the Board on a roll call vote approved the minutes from January's meeting. Mayor Davis then asked, was there anyone from the floor that had any grievances, and there was none. A moment of silence was held in honor of Lonnie Hull, airport manager, that passed away suddenly February the 6th. Tom Bennett with Bennett Associates gave the engineer report. Bob Lang, the city building inspector, gave the building and code report. Bailey Allred, city attorney, then gave the attorney report. On a motion by Charles Cooper, seconded by Vanessa Matthews, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved Quality Choice Construction as the low bidder for the community center bathroom project for $24,200. On a motion by Lyndon Baines, seconded by Charles Cooper, the Board on a roll call vote, 4 for and 1 against, Vanessa Matthews against, approved the park and master plan. On a motion by Vanessa Matthews, seconded by Charles Cooper, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved the financials for January of 2018. On a motion by Charles Cooper, seconded by Becky Duncan, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved the January bills for $668,272.17. On a motion by Charles Cooper, seconded by Elizabeth Pendergrass, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved cell tower ordinance to be added to the agenda. On a motion by Lyndon Baines, seconded by Charles Cooper, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved the cell tower ordinance on first reading. With no further business, on a motion by Charles Cooper, seconded by Lyndon Baines, the Board voted to adjourn.
Are there any corrections to the minutes? If not, do I hear a motion on the floor to accept the minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Becky Duncan and Charles Cooper, seconded. Okay, are there anyone like to talk to the Board during this time? Motion, sorry about that. Motion, I got ahead of myself. Yes, roll call.
Lyndon Baines,
4.
Charles Cooper,
4.
Becky Duncan,
4.
Vanessa Matthews,
4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass,
For it.
all for, none against.
Motion carried. Okay, now, is there anyone who'd like to talk to the Board? If not, we'll move on. So next is report of the mayor, and during this point in time, this report's about the SRO. We did talk about the SRO in the workshop, and the Board has chosen to wait until the numbers come in before they make a commitment on giving a donation. So that's where we stand right now on that. All righty. City engineers report.
Good evening, everybody. Just a couple things to report. We're working on the CDBG sewer project. The environmental permits have been issued on that project, and so now we're sending in the plans to TDEC for the sewer approval, and so we should hear back on that within 30 to 45 days. And at that time, the project will be submitted to the state and then put out to bid. So probably over about the next 60 days, I would think we'll be ready to issue that project for bid. And working on a few things on the water side related to Chinook timeout and otherwise, and as we talked about in the work session, I'll be communicating back to the board about further discussions about that with all parties.
Okay. All right. City building report. Mr. Lane is not present tonight. City attorney.
Okay, so I'm continuing to work on just some updating some contracts that just need updating, and I've been working with Carolyn some this past month on some issues with website things in regard to some legal payments. I'll just leave it simple for that for now. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. The next item is old business, and under it is approval of the ordinance for the cell towers. Everybody should have a copy of that, I believe, in your package.
Yeah, here it is.
Okay, so what we need tonight is approval of this ordinance for the cell towers. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Lyndon Baines. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second by Charles Cooper. And is there any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
4.
Charles Cooper.
4.
Becky Duncan.
4.
Vanessa Matthews.
4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
4.
All 4, none against.
Okay, and the next item up is new business. And the first thing under new business is approval of the dark sky ordinance, which I believe everybody has a copy of.
Do you want me to speak to that, Mayor? Would you like me to speak about that?
Yes, please.
Okay. I wrote this ordinance back some time ago for the Planning Commission, just to give you, kind of post you guys on it. This is the Pickett State Park had came to us and requested that we look at the dark sky ordinance, putting that into place. They are an official dark sky designated area, and there's not many cities at all that or municipalities or county governments that are certified as dark sky, and we're one of the only areas east of the Mississippi, so we're really unique in that. They're working on a campground that is in Folk Creek.
Yes.
That is a astrological campground that's actually in Fentress County, and we're the closest area that has the potential to be a light pollution issue for them. So the Planning Commission looked into this. I spent a ton of time researching, and they came to us numerous times. I contacted them again in my instruction of the mayor, just to make sure that they were committed and still wanted to do that, and were wanting us to do that. So the planning commission voted and approved this to bring to you guys. That is the most simplified version that we could come up with for a dark sky ordinance. It's not very restrictive. It's predominantly commercial, so people aren't. They would have to change their outdoor lighting by, I think, greater than 25% of fixtures. They don't have to change their fixtures or anything, unless they're rebuilding a house. The ability to find fixtures that meet dark sky ordinances is extremely easy. They basically have to have a cover over them, and they just light downward. They gave us a lot of examples of how much better that lighting is, and actually doesn't light upward. It probably provides better lighting. So it's easy to come by. We've simplified it to the point where it would be the most cost effective. Anybody who already has lighting is grandfathered in. So, so again, you have to have new construction or be improving. It's been some time since I wrote this, but I think it's greater than 25%. It's definitely no less than that. In order to have to make any changes.
It's 20,
Is it?
it's 25%.
It's 25%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a great thing. We think, we believe, the planning commission believe, and I'll speak on their behalf, for tourism and for us to be able to tout that as something that's really special that we have here, and to also help Pickett State Park in their efforts to grow that population. They're having regular events are being held there, and having some success with those. Those events are growing. They've told us, they've quoted some specific numbers, and how those things are growing. So we just wanted to show our support for them, and we felt that it was a really reasonable effort that we could make. And again, we minimize this to the absolute minimum requirements that we could do. And I kind of wish Bob was here so he could speak a little bit about from his perspective, because he would be the one who would be figuring these. He would be the one that would be responsible for maintaining it, checking it. So it's basically there's a reading tool that that examines the amount of light pollution, and he would have that. It's just registers how much there is and where the direction that is going. So he would maintain that. He said it wouldn't be any problem. And again, the planning commission looked at that. We spent months, quite honestly, looking into it. So if you got any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer that. But that's just sort of a gist of what this is.
Anybody have any questions?
I have a comment. I got a friend that's over the department over at University of Tennessee at Knoxville, and they've had, I think, 3 or 4 events at Pickett in the last couple of years, and they love it here. They want to come back, and I think it would be a good thing for tourism and bringing people from there was people all the way from Missouri that was there the time I was up there. There's a lot of people coming into this, so I think it's a great thing that we're doing.
Okay. Do I hear a motion on the floor to approve the dark sky ordinance?
I make the motion.
Motion made by Lyndon Baines. Do I hear a second?
Okay.
Seconded by Charles Cooper. And is there any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
4.
Charles Cooper.
4.
Becky Duncan.
4.
Vanessa Matthews.
4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
4.
All 4, none against.
You read when I ask Gail to read the financial statement.
The general fund is $390,829.84. Water and sewer fund is $1,095,438.31. Natural gas fund is $1,387,610.22, with a grand total of $2,873,878.37.
Are there any questions about the statement? If not, do I hear approval of the financial report?
I make a motion to approve.
Motion made by
Thank
Vanessa Matthews,
Thank you.
seconded by Charles Cooper. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
4.
Charles Cooper. Becky Duncan.
4.
Vanessa Matthews.
4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
4.
All 4, none against.
Okay, and next is approval of the monthly bills. And the amount of the monthly bills, this includes the natural gas bill. All bills are $602,520.36. Do I hear approval of the monthly bill? Pay the monthly bill.
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion's been made by Vanessa Matthews,
I'll second it.
seconded by Lyndon Baines. Is there any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
4.
Charles Cooper. Vanessa Matthews.
4.
Becky Duncan.
Second. 4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
4.
All 4, none against.
The next thing, coming up under new business is approval of the police department to auction off the Army surplus items on deal.gov. Everybody has a copy of the surplus property that they're choosing to do you want to talk about it?
Only thing I'd have to say is, that the proceeds from this auction and any future auctions will go to the police department. I wouldn't.
That,
Yeah,
No.
that already, that, we do that, don't we? It's ours to
yeah, we
do.
already do that.
Okay.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the police department to auction off the Army surplus items on deals.gov?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion made by Becky Duncan, seconded by Charles Cooper. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
4.
Charles Cooper. Becky Duncan.
4.
Vanessa Matthews.
4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
4.
All 4, none against.
Okay, well, we need to add it to the agenda. Okay, we need to add it as a last item. What is it called?
Add to the agenda a approval to do the study of the splash pad.
Approval to do the study of the splash pad.
The study and the design of the splash pad for the Parks and Recs
Yeah.
Okay.
grant.
Grant.
Okay, so do I hear a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion made by Elizabeth Pendergrass,
I'll second it.
seconded by Lyndon Baines. Is there any discussion?
And there's no money on this, correct? And is this an outside company, Gail, that does this, or who?
Yeah.
The design, or,
It'll be an engineer company.
and who within the city has any say in,
All of you guys will.
okay, anybody at the parks? Just any, like.
I mean, they may give ideals
Yeah.
when we have our meeting.
But they're included in that?
Yeah.
Okay, roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
For it.
Charles Cooper. Becky Duncan.
Four.
Elizabeth. Vanessa.
Four.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
For it.
All four, none against.
Motion carries. Okay.
We
Do,
need to, and I know that we did that. So we done both, didn't we?
Yeah.
I was trying to write it all, so I wanted to.
okay, so now we need to vote for,
No, we added it and then voted.
We added it and then we voted. We voted.
I'm sorry about that. I was trying to write it. And I stopped. Okay, it's on there.
it's on there. All righty. Then yes, we're very proud of our water department, and Steve is going to tell us what the water department has done.
We're proud of our water department because they have won the Region 4 TAUD water contest, the best tasting water out of 14 counties.
Good. Awesome.
That's good.
Again, this is the second time that Jamestown has done that, so
That's good.
we're very proud of the water department.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much, Water
Great thing.
Department.
Thank you, Steve. Okay, now, motion to adjourn.
I make
I'll
a
make a
motion.
motion to adjourn.
Okay,
And I'll
motion.
second it.
Okay, so
Okay,
Becky made it.
Beckett and Lyndon second.
Okay.
Thanks.